recently I did have the opportunity to perform on an Asian comedy show, and the audience was Asian, and the comics were Asian, and one of the comics, how to put this delicately, shat the bed. Okay? Didn't get a titter, didn't get a pity laugh, nothing from the audience. And it was at this point I realized that, you know what? Asians, we will fuck up a curve, but we do not grade on one, you know? We do not. My partner and I, if you were to meet my partner, we are a little bit different. She is a full-blown white. And she is what we used to call in the gay community a rice queen. I got in so much trouble the other night for telling that joke. But anyway, we had problematic names for shit too, you know what I mean? The gays did. But if I'm being honest, you know, if I'm being self-reflective and honest, I myself do have a teensy bit of a colonizer kink. So, you know, it did kind of like work out between the two of us. Recently, I was watching another comedy show. I don't know if you guys know who Robbie Hoffman is. I loved her. I loved her from the minute I saw her when I started doing comedy. And she has this whole bit on her new special about couples. And she thinks there needs to be a hot one and a smart one. Now, my partner and I, we have been together for 32 years. And we're neither of those things. And in my opinion, I think what you really need is a nice one and a cunt. So I'm going to leave it up to you to guess which one I am. Okay? Because I am the cunt. Okay. So yeah, I have 23-year-old twin boys. Yeah, over the summer they graduated from college. Yay! You know, that was the thing. You know, I was so focused on getting them the paper and having them get the paper that I forgot what happens next. They move back in with you. And you have the two shittiest roommates again, you know? Anyway, one of my sons graduated cum laude, which means with honors, and the other one graduated al dente, which means by the skin of his goddamn teeth, okay? He was up at UC Santa Barbara. It was all Isla Vista shenanigans going on. And like, you know, now that they have moved back in with us, just, I would like to call bullshit on the whole male loneliness epidemic. Okay, first of all, I do have a little bit of a confession to make. Both of my sons are heterosexual. I'm not a perfect parent, you guys. I took them to all the brunches. It didn't work. I had a new strategy. I was going to have them watch Heated Rivalry with me, you know, and it kind of backfired. I mean, Heated Rivalry gave me a boner. I'm like, what's going on, you know? I was like, maybe I wouldn't mind having a dick, but I don't want one in me. I just want a dick. And I'm like, who am I kidding? I have a whole bag of them at home. I am somebody's mom. Yeah. Scary. Really scary. So I turned it on. He sat down on the couch, and I turned it on, and I just was like... And he nearly broke his arm trying to grab his phone so he wouldn't have to look at the television, you know. He was like this the whole entire time, so that actually didn't really work out, you know, too well. And then the other thing that is going on is that the amount of fuckery that I have to put up with in my house is insane, okay? The other night, my son went out to celebrate a birthday with a friend, and he came back. He goes, I had the best sandwich ever. And I'm like, oh, say more. I love a sandwich, you know? And he goes, yeah, we went to this restaurant on Ventura Boulevard in Studio City. And I'm like, what's the name of it? He goes, Jihad. I'm like, son, what is the level of confidence that you have on the name of that restaurant? So you're telling me in the whitest, bougiest part of the San Fernando Valley, there is a sandwich shop called Jihad. I'm like, is it next to the Mujahideen wine bar and the ISIS cafe? You know, and like I was saying earlier about the whole male loneliness epidemic, you know, the other day it's the morning, I have my first cup of coffee, and, you know, I'm watching cable news, also known as the season finale of America. And like some kind of trash panda or a possum, like scooting across in your backyard, this young woman goes sneaking out of my living room, you know? My son had brought a rando home, you know, like the night before. I'm like, shit, you know, it's gonna happen, whatever. I come home from my day, and I notice a really darling pair of boots in our front entryway. Too small for me, too femme for my partner. Second rando in 24 hours my kid brought home, okay? I would never slut shame a woman. My son, however, is a whore. He is a himbo. It is frightening. My other son, he is a bit of a steady Eddie. He has a steady girlfriend. Her name is Megan. And Megan comes over. She loves coming over. She was over last night and all of the other motherfucking nights, okay? Bitch is getting her Amazon packages at my house, all right? And the other day, they got into this little tiff, and my son didn't want us to hear us, and they're right down the hall. So my son says to his girlfriend, shh. And I'm like, oh my God, this is gonna be good, you know? So I'm like, you know, like I definitely prick up my ears, right? And so the next thing I hear is, you shut the fuck up! You guys, I think she may be a keeper. I think that is daughter-in-law material, like 150%, you know? There is no male loneliness epidemic. I mean, my driveway looks like the In-N-Out drive-thru after last call. There are so many, like, bitches' cars in my driveway.